Hey guys, so I'm back and it's about time for a haul video. I haven't done a haul video in a little while, or what I consider a little while, so I think one is due, right? No, maybe not. Well, either way, we're gonna do one right now. And I picked up a few new products that I'm really excited about, and this time around I didn't get to play with too many of them just yet, so I won't have like semi-reviews for them just yet, but I'll give you my thoughts, just basic thoughts, first impressions, nothing too crazy. So let's just jump right into it. So by far the biggest part of my haul would be from Makeup Geek, and I grabbed practically all but 6 of our eyeshadows, and the 6 that are remaining I'm kind of hanging out waiting for them to restock so I can order them and do a full review, because I kind of want to do a review now, but then I'm like, oh my god, I'm missing 6 eyeshadows and I kind of want to just get the whole shebang before I do a review. But I know that might be a little bit too much to wait for the 6 to be in stock, but we'll see. And then I grabbed all of her blushes except one, I think. So I think there are 14 of them. I may be wrong, but I have 10 of them here in my Z palette from Sephora, and these I got in the pans. And so far there are pros and cons to these colors. They're highly pigmented, they're nice and smooth and creamy and blendable, but I find them to be, some of them to be a little powdery, and of course a few of the shades are just not meant for dark skin. So I'm going to do a review on these and swatches so you can see the colors on darker skin, so you know which ones you should stay away from or that are going to look just too ashy. And just my overall thoughts I'm going to share on these. And I have a couple in the actual compact as well, because I wasn't able to grab all of them in pan before they sold out, so I had to just grab the ones in the compact. I think I have all the shades. I have to double check, but I think I have all the shades. And the eyeshadows, I have them in my Shea Moisture tin here. I ordered Z palettes because I want the see-through or transparent lid so I can see them. And these are the, I actually organized them by how they show up on the site. So these are all the colors that I have, the colorful colors, and then I have the neutral shades, which are first up in the on the website. So I have pretty much all the colors, like I said, except 6, and these I will say are all hits. They're, I've yet to find a color that has been kind of off. You know what I mean? Like, all of the colors are awesome. And I'm a little bit biased, I will admit, because I love Marlena, and I actually started my makeup journey on Makeup Geek. Like, I would post my looks and interact with different makeup lovers on the Makeup Geek forums, which are now sadly closed, but that's how I started out. So I definitely have a soft kind of sentimental spot in my heart for Makeup Geek, and I love Marlena as a person. I've interacted with her not through like talking to her, but I have texted with her and I've emailed with her way back in the day, and she is just such a lovely soul. So I had no issues like buying the whole line and supporting her, because I think she's awesome and I will support her in everything she does. But I'll definitely give you a review of these guys and swatches. The eyeshadows are bomb. The blushes are gonna be depend on your skin tone and what you like from blushes, so I'll do a review on those. I think those are a little bit more I love them, but there's some things that are a little sketch about them. The next thing I grabbed some blushes from Beautylish, and this is from Chikuhodo, which are hard to get my hands on, and I love Chikuhodo brushes, so any Japanese manufacturer can get my money. And it sounds terrible, right? But Japanese Japanese brushes are so well made, they're so soft, they're just so divine. So I know I've heard of Chikuhodo and I've wanted to test out some of their brushes, because of course I'm in love with Chikuhodo, so Chikuhodo is like up there as well. So I grabbed the GSN number 2 face brush, which is this domed fluffy brush. It's nice and big, and it's actually pretty dense, so I think this will be great for foundation and any powder products that you would have. I think blush might be a little bit too, this may be a little bit too big for blush, but definitely bronzer and that kind of stuff, that will work. And then I grabbed the GSN 04, which is more of now the blah blah. Why can't I say blush? The blush brush, and this one is also, if you can see, it's dome shaped. It has a rounded top, and this has more of the small shape that you would need for blush. This also would be great for, I think, highlighter, contour, because of the shape of it. So, I mean, divinely soft. So I definitely recommend checking these out if you're interested. I think they are great brushes. The eye brushes, I didn't find too many available that I would be interested in trying out, except one, and I'll show you that in a second. The next one I grabbed was the GSN 05, which is a domed brush, and this is their foundation brush. It's actually that color. That's not foundation on it. And this is similar to my Tom Ford brush. What is with brush and blush? Oh! This is the Cover FX 160 foundation brush, and they have a similar shape. My Tom Ford brush also has a similar shape, if I can find it. And I can't, I think, oh no. Is that it? Yeah. My Tom Ford brush has a similar shape. This is the number 2 brush. So, this is really soft. I tried it with foundation. I didn't like how small it was, and I didn't find it useful for buffing on my foundation like I like to do. I love big synthetic brushes for applying foundation. So I think this is gonna work more for concealer, maybe, also for highlighting, maybe blush, and even contouring because of the small shape, but I don't think I'll be using this for foundation. And then from the eye brushes, I grabbed my GSN number 10, which is a similar brush to, say, the MAC 217 or the Chikuhodo J55, which one is it? The 5523 or the 5522 brushes. They're blending brushes, and so far I've been loving this. It's very soft, it's great for blending in the crease, and it is a tapered shape, so it's not splayed and crazy, and it won't get the eyeshadow everywhere. So I really love that. What I have on it is just a brush guard. So now I'm just gonna jump into what I grabbed from Ulta and Sephora, and definitely one of the most exciting purchases was the Lorac 2 palette, Pro 2 palette, and I already have the Pro 1 palette, and I haven't mentioned it or raved about it just because it is not necessarily my favorite palette. It is not my go-to palette. I like it. I think the quality of the eyeshadows are great. They're smooth, they're blendable. So you have 8 matte eyeshadows and then 8 shimmery eyeshadows, but they're not high frost shimmer, which I really love about the Lorac palettes, is that the shimmer eyeshadows are not overly frosted like the Naked palettes, and that's my one gripe. I have mentioned that I do not like the Naked palettes, none of them. I like the Naked 2 enough, but I'm not in love with it just because the eyeshadows are very frosty. They're very like overly shiny, so they wouldn't be great for someone who has crepey eyelids or more mature skin. They're definitely for a younger crowd, and so I see their cult appeal that way. But as far as being used for people with more mature taste, they're not the most ideal. So the Lorac Pro palette is much cheaper, like $10 cheaper, right? And has much more eyeshadows and more colors and 8 mattes, 8 shimmers. So I think Lorac is a better option, a better choice. And this time around, the other palette is more neutral. I do a review on this because I can go into everything. I love the option of colors in this. This reminds me somewhat of my chocolate bar palette in that it has neutral shades, very wearable shades, and then it has a couple of pops of color that you can amp up a look and make it much more interesting. So I love that. Then I grabbed the Too Faced, speaking of Too Faced, the Too Faced Candlelight Highlighting Powder Duo, and they have the Candlelight, the regular Candlelight highlighter powder, but that to me was not, it was a little bit too ashy on my darker skin. So I grabbed the Candlelight Duo, which has a pink side and then a kind of champagne side, and somehow this one to me just blends so nicely over the skin and gives this real candlelit glow on your skin. And it's not ashy at all because it has this golden sheen to it. So even though it's a lighter color, it comes off more golden and glowy rather than ashy. So I definitely love this one. It is very gorgeous on the skin, and I recommend trying this out if you are looking for a highlighter. If you're darker than me, be careful about applying too much. You might want to just blend it in with your face powder just to make sure it doesn't come off ashy at all. Now let's move on to the goodies I got from Sephora. I picked up a couple of BECCA products. These are some new products from BECCA. This is the Shadow and Light Bronze Contour Perfector. And I love the BECCA products. I love their highlight products. So I just love BECCA overall. So I figured I would try out the new products. And I like this packaging a little bit more because it's, oh god, I'm talking about I love the packaging and it gave me hell. But it's shiny, it's not that rubberized finish, so it doesn't pick up fingerprints as much and product smudges as much as the rubbery type of packaging. Yeah, so this guy has a shimmery highlight side and then a darker kind of bronzy contour shade, and this is meant to bronze and contour your skin. So the contour shade is more of a matte finish, and then the shimmery shade is the bronzer. And for me, I don't know how I feel about having the two shades in the same palette because I think they're gonna mix. So having a matte and a shimmer is just gonna make everything shimmery, and then the separation isn't that great. But I do like the colors, I like the consistency. The shades are a little bit too light to work for me as a contour. It doesn't even show up on my skin, to tell you the truth. But the bronzer gives a very low level sheen on the skin, and that I think will give a nice glow without being overwhelming. And then you can warm it up by mixing it with the bronze shade. So I think this is gonna work more like a highlighter than as a contour product for me. If you're lighter skin, then this might work. But for me, it just doesn't work out because it doesn't even show up on my skin. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see, but it really doesn't show up too much on my skin. But as a low impact highlighter, I can see how it works. But if you're my skin tone and you're looking for a contour product, this is not the one for you. Then also from BECCA, I grabbed their, what is it called? Low Light Sculpting Perfector, which is a cream product now. So it's not a powder, it's a cream. And it's meant to be a low light kind of sculpting effect product. So use it to contour. It seems a little bit yellow to me, so I don't know if it's going to give that gray toned shadowy effect that you need for contour products. But yeah, this is the first time I'm swatching it, and honestly it doesn't show up on my skin. Again, this guy might have to go back. And it's very oily. Like, I'm just seeing straight oil on my skin. So I don't think that's gonna work. If you're my skin tone, yeah, that's not gonna work for you. Or if you're darker, that's definitely not gonna work. It does have the gray undertone that you need for a sculpting product though. So I think if you are a few shades lighter than me, this would definitely work. It's very creamy, but I don't know if it's gonna dry down to a matte finish, because this shimmery oily thing would not quite work for contour, because for contour you want it to stay matte. If you're doing contour, you want to give the illusion of shadowing on your skin, and if it's shiny, then that's not going to give a shadow now, is it? If I'm honest, it really looks like I put tinted Vaseline on my skin just now. So I think this one is going back, so I'm going to put that back in the packaging because that is not going to work. But keeping along the same vein of contouring, I grabbed the Sculpting Powder from Kevyn Aucoin, and I've been hearing so many reviews about this, so many raves about this, I should say. And this again is going to be a taupey, more gray tone shade, and it is matte like you need for a contour. Oh my god, it's so smooth. I love that. Okay. Also not too, okay, okay, yep. It shows up on my skin. Maybe it's the lights that making these products not look like they show up on my skin. But it definitely shows up, and it definitely has a gray undertone. So this is going to be great for contouring. I'm actually going to do a video where I talk about contouring versus bronzing, because they're two separate things, and I know people tend to use them interchangeably, but it's not the case. If you're going for contouring where you want to shape your face and create dimension and shadows, you want to go for a gray toned color, because guess what? Shadows are more gray toned. So if you're doing that, definitely do a gray tone color. So in the cheekbones, along the bridge of your nose and stuff like that, you would use a gray tone color. If you're going to warm up your skin and add bronze and color looking like you have a healthy tan, then you're going to use a bronzer, and you would use that top in your forehead area, a little pop on your cheeks, just above your brow bone. You might put a little bit on your nose, but you're not using it for contouring, just to show that you got hit with the sun. But this guy may actually work out great because it has a very light, not light pigmentation, like it doesn't have color, but it's not overwhelming where you can't blend it in, so it gives a natural shadow to your skin. So this one I think is a definite winner. Again, it's the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder. Oh, and the shade is medium. So yeah, needless to say, I'm excited about this guy. Next up, I got from Sephora now the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. So baked powders are great for giving yourself a nice satin finish versus a shiny finish. So I am interested in this bronzer. It's a bronzer, Bronze 04, and this is the darkest shade, I believe, and I like this color a lot. And like I said, ooh, it's smooth too. Baked products are very smooth, very lightweight, and because they're baked, you can use them wet, but I don't think I want to use this wet. Okay, I can see this. This is not gonna give me like a dark tan look, but it has very fine shimmer in it that is not it's not glittery chunks. So it's gonna give me a, I'm gonna try to swatch it wet so you can see it more intensely, but it gives a nice yellowy bronzy golden cast on my skin. That's very nice. So I can use this to warm up my skin, just to give me a glow. Again, it's going to be more of a bronze glow. And on darker skin, when you think of bronzing, it's more of a golden glow and a bronzy glow rather than darkening up your skin and giving yourself a tan. It's more of a glow that you're giving yourself, and it's more golden. And then also from Sephora, exciting. Alright, I'm going to save the best for last. I grabbed, I actually grabbed from Anastasia. She has some new products out. She has her new powders, but I don't think they've debuted on the site yet. But definitely the Pro Pencil Eyeshadow Primer and Color Corrector in Base 1 and Base 2. These are meant to be color correcting pencil colors. You can use it as eyeshadow primer as well. I got both shades. Base 1 is more of a light yellowy tone, and then Base 2 has a little bit more of an peachy undertone. So I'm going to swatch them both on my hand. Base 2 and Base 1. And they're creamy, but not overly so, because they do dry down to a powdery finish once you blend them in. And I find these are actually really great for applying to the inner tear duct area and blending them in, so they give like a nice highlight on the inner tear duct, especially for my complexion. You can use them under your brow as well to add a highlight, and of course you can use them as eyeshadow primers. So I think these are nice products. They're small though. How much does this contain? 2.4. That's not too much product in that, but I mean, if it works, it works, right? I like to use it on my inner tear duct, and the colors aren't going to show much different, but I'll show you anyway. So this one is Base 1 and this one is Base 2. So you can see they're very light colors. They're really good for canceling out like shadows and stuff. So I like them, but I don't know if they're like the run out and get them products just yet. Now I'm gonna jump into the lip products, which are the most exciting. So Marc Jacobs debuted a new, I don't know if it's a summer line, I don't know if it's permanent, but it's definitely summer themed. And this is the Kiss Pop Lip Color Sticks. And how cute is this? How cute is this packaging? I mean, really, it's in the shape of a bullet, but it's like a pencil. It looks like it's a twist up pencil, which it actually is. So I thought that was so cute. And this color I got was Wham, which, oh my god, is such a beautiful shade. And I also got the color, oops, I dropped it. I got the color Paparazzi. And Wham is more of a corally shade, and then Paparazzi is more of a fuchsia pink. And these are absolutely gorgeous colors. They feel very comfortable. They look like they might be a little bit drying. So I haven't worn these yet, but the colors, oh my god. And they're very pigmented and they're creamy to apply to my skin. So these are beautiful. If you're interested in these Marc Jacobs product, and they're huge too. They contain how much product? 0.15 ounce, which is almost double a lipstick, right? Because a lipstick has 0.1, so it's a 150% of a lipstick size. So they're large products too, so I thought that was really good. And then I picked up, these are new products from BECCA. These are the True Nude Lip Foundation crayons, and I picked up 3 of the shades because I was just so excited about these. I got the shade, let's see what come out of the package. This is the shade Undressed, and I have the shade Au Natural, and I can't find the 3rd shade, so we're just gonna have to do without that one. So again, I have the shade Au Natural, which there are different shades of this, and this is meant to be a foundation for your lips. So for nude lips, you know how you need to block out your lips to use to get the true nude shade. These are meant to be foundations, so they help to make your nude lips stand out a lot more and blank out your lips, so you get a true nude shade. And these can also be worn as the actual lip color. So you can use them for double duty, use them on their own for the lip color, which are gorgeous actually. So this is Undressed and this is Au Natural, and as you can see, this one has more of a rosy undertone, this one is more of a true peach nude. So these will be great for nude lips. I actually wore the other one, which is why it's missing in action, but they are great colors. They are a little bit matte, so they dry out your lips, so it will leave that little white line on the inside of your lips when it's worn for a really long time, so be mindful of that. But I think the colors overall are nice nudes. If you top them with a little bit of gloss, it should be fine. But I think they're comfortable to wear. Like, it didn't feel drying on my lips, it didn't tug, it didn't make my lips tighten, but I saw the white outline once I was wearing them for a while, so I know that happens. And then I used this already in a video. I used this is the Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in infrared, and I used this in my July 4th tutorial. This, I think, is one of those must-have red lipsticks. It's so gorgeous. It's such a great bright blue red, and it's matte, but it's a comfortable matte, so I think this will be great on anybody. So if you haven't tried this out, definitely try that one out. That one is a highly recommended product. And then I'm moving on to the most exciting products of all. These are the Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipsticks. I am so excited for these because Kat, I loved her lipsticks before, and there's one color that I wish she reformulated. These are the reformulated versions of her lipsticks. There's one color, Mavida Dolce, something Loca, Mavida Loca, that I love so much. It's like this great 90s nude shade, and I wish it came back. It's such a great shade, and mine is kind of expired right now, but I'm holding on to it anyway. I hold on to expired makeup for sentimental reasons and for collection purposes. Like, I'll swatch them. I'll even use them in looks because I can wear them for a short period without it being an issue. But I love that color. So she reformulated them. They're repackaged, so now they're in these kind of studded black tubes, and hence the studded lipstick thing. But the colors, you know, Kat Von D does awesome colors in lipsticks, right? Because her what was it? Painted Love, the liquid lipsticks that I did a review on, awesome. And now she has these shades. Oh my god. So this is the shade Cathedral, and it's a matte mauve tone. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna save the best for last. Y'all can stay there. This is the shade Sexer. Oh, you don't even understand. It's this bright neon kind of candy yum yum shit. Do you see it? How neon it is on my skin. But it's not matte. It has like a duochrome to it, like a purple violet duochrome. When I zoom in, you're gonna see it. But it has this duochrome to it, and it has a sheen. It's so pretty. They have the Backstage Bambi one, which is this color matte without the sheen. But I think Sexer is the one that you need to get on, okay? And then the last two are the exciting ones, because I know everybody's gonna be all over this. So you might need to go order this now before it sells out, because you know what happened the last time, right? Everything sell out. This is LUV. Yes, LUV, the coveted purple LUV. Oh my god. And this one is matte. Wait, I don't like the texture. The texture not feeling too nice, but I will make it work because bam, it's that LUV bright purple color. In love. I don't know how that applies on my skin. That's a little sketch. I might need to really look into that. I'll do a swatch video and review if you guys want that one. LUV, I was excited for you, and you I don't know yet because it applies a little bit sheer. I wanted full opaque LUV color, girl. And then Kevyn is the shade that I think a lot of people are gonna chase as well. It is a lilac-y, lavenderish, pale. Oh, a pale lavender shade. Do you see this? Yes, this one now applies really nice and opaque. And this is kind of similar to, what is it from? No, I don't know what it is. But that NYX pencil, the light lavender one. Oh my god, let's zoom in on these, shall we? So here you have it, Kevyn. That's that, oh my god, that grayish lavender shade. So gorgeous. LUV, which I don't know, it looks a little sheer, but we'll build that up and figure it out. And this is a great 90s shade. This is, what was this one? That one was Cathedral. And then that gorgeous Sexer shade, that Bambi pink, oh, with the sheen, oh, so pretty. That one I think is a must-have. And then if you're into fun shade, that's a good one. I'm still on the fence with LUV because I don't know how it applies. So we'll see how that one goes. So because I really didn't want to leave you guys hanging with the LUV, and I really wanted to try it out anyway, this is how it looks. It's not fully opaque and it's not creamy. It's almost like a medium coverage lipstick. You'll definitely need to build this up to get more color. And I like it. It's gonna be more comfortable than the Everlasting Liquid Love lipstick version, but I still prefer this version over the lipstick form. So if you wanted a more sheer color of this, which I think this is probably more wearable for most people, then the lipstick is alright. I'm not in love with this right now. I thought I would be, but I'm really not. I love my LUV liquid lipstick. So yeah, and here goes Sexer on the lips. And I'm finding the same issue with Sexer as I found with LUV. It's not a fully opaque color. It's more of a medium coverage color or a buildable sheer coverage color. It's not fully opaque, but again, that might be more wearable for people instead of wearing bright pink opaque neon lips, you might want to go for a more subtle color. So this may work if you're more into subtle colors. And actually, I like it now that I'm thinking about it. It is definitely more wearable than a bright fuchsia lip. Fuchsia lip. So it's one of those things. And here goes Kevyn. Again, I'm experiencing the same sheerness, and the texture is not even forgiving or really comfortable where you can say it's really nice. So I don't think I need to do a review on these. I can tell you my thoughts right now. I am not thrilled. I am not over the moon. I don't think these are awesome, and I tend to do reviews of things I think are awesome. So no, I think the NYX macaroon lipsticks are much better. They're much cheaper, so probably some of these are gonna go back. I think a couple of these will go back, but this is not doing it for me at all. So this kind of turned into a little bit of a lip swatch fest, right? So thank God Marc Jacobs Lip Kiss Pop saved the day. This one is in the paparazzi shade, and yes, that is definitely more of what I was looking for. So I think the Kat Von D ones are gonna go back. Sadly, yeah, it's sad to report, but hey, that's what happens in these videos where you record and things happen on video and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna share it right now. So that's my haul, guys. That's what I picked up. Some things were more exciting than others. Some we've gotten a revelation and we discovered that you may not need to go get them at all. I have some MAC things too, but I don't think I need to do a haul on those. I just grabbed the Sharon Osbourne stuff, which is long sold out, the Kelly Osbourne stuff, so I'm not even gonna get into those. And I grabbed a few of the eyeshadows from, what was that last collection? One of those Garden Blooms. Was it Garden Blooms? I grabbed all the eyeshadows from that. So let me know what you guys want to see, what you want to see a review on, even though I did like mini reviews just now. So yeah, other videos are coming up soon, guys, so definitely click subscribe to see more videos. Hit below for Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook where you can follow me along and see upcoming videos as well. There is a tutorial for this look. I did do one, so check below too for the link to that if you didn't check it out already. And until my next video, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.